If Nikola Tesla had received adequate funding for his magnifying transmitter, then today we'd have free electricity. His first item of support is Tesla himself, his character. Tesla was a humanitarian. Most of his inventions were intended to serve some function towards the betterment of mankind in general. His humanitarian streak led him to donate much of his royalty earnings from inventions to his friends and various causes, and it forced him to rely on financial backers such as J.P. Morgan, and Morgan's funding allowed him to construct his magnifying transmitter. Unfortunately, I don't have a visual, so just imagine it in your head. Tesla's magnifying transmitter, known as Wardenclyffe, was an octagonal tower. It was 187 feet high and located in Long Island. Inside the tower, there was an electromagnetic oscillator that could emit low and high frequencies, and on top of the tower, there was an iron and steel ground that stored electric charges. The purpose of the tower was to generate and distribute energy. It did this in two ways. The first way the tower distributed energy was through the air itself using atmospheric conduction. Basically, the charged layer of the Earth's atmosphere, the ionosphere, was the channel for electricity, and then the tower would send the electricity through the ionosphere and to the desired location where it would be absorbed into the Earth. Which brings me to the second method of energy distribution, which was the distribution of energy through the Earth using Earth's resonance. Tesla concluded that the Earth itself had a charge, and if one knew how to harness it, they could store energy in the Earth. And he powered cities this way. He powered Colorado Springs this way for a time, so you could plug in appliances into the ground and charge it without any cords. So, as I said before, Tesla was receiving funding from Morgan, Wardenclyffe, and required further funding to keep powering the tower. So, when Tesla first turned to Morgan for funding, he told Morgan that it was simply a radio communications device, and it was capable of that, but he didn't want to reveal the full potential of Wardenclyffe because he wanted to see if Morgan was fully committed to his project. Eventually, he had to disclose all the functions of the tower in order to continue to receive funding, and Tesla expected him to be overwhelmed by his expanded explanation and happy to continue funding Wardenclyffe. Unfortunately, it had the opposite effect, and for many reasons that I can't really talk about, Morgan pulled out, and for that reason, we don't have